the Gadget Show tech owner.
Great stuff. So Wayne, tell me then a little bit about your experience with your service providers over the last wee while.
Well, I originally joined in July, August in 2018, and really good offer, and similar to my existing broadband only package, and had the TV. So, even though I was actually missold the speed, I still accepted the trade off for the whole package that I was getting. Um, so that was like 18 months ago, and my internet service was coming to the end of the deals. Uh, Not, and I wasn't really. I was kind of aware that it was coming up, but being around Christmas time, it was a little bit awkward to check that initially. But when I did check sometime in big January, I did notice that, oh, that's gone up. It's almost double the price, and I'm like, oh God, I need to get sort that out. So that was my experience, because they didn't notify me that it was coming up. It had to be down to me, the owners, to keep checking and things like that. But I have now got my final bill, uh, which will come out in a few days, but it will be higher than the existing 18 months.
So Wayne, if you had got, what we were discussing yesterday about phone companies or service providers in general sending out emails or a letter just to notify you that the charge would be going up, how much money could that have saved you, do you think?
Well, I was one of the lucky ones in a way that an advert on TV with the same company at almost the same price kind of made me remember that it was coming to the end. But if it wasn't for that, or if I don't watch TV that often in some way, I wouldn't have missed it, and it would have cost me more. But luckily, it's just cost me 1 month at double the rate, which, if I divide it over the 18 months, it might not seem as bad. But like I say, I was in a way a bit lucky that I had remembered.
So this is really, this is your area of expertise, Wayne. This is your business, what you do for a living in communications.
Mm.
Do you think in general that people are aware enough of of the deals that they can? I suppose younger people maybe might be more aware of it because they're dealing with different subscriptions and etc. etc. But older folks, maybe older than yourself and myself, could be caught out quite easily by this.
Yeah, they just have the service because they need the internet, because there's things to do, like online shopping, and more stuff is becoming online nowadays. And they've got the thing, and then they kind of forget how it's all done, and that it's there, and for them, they wouldn't be checking necessarily that, because a lot of contracts. And I was thinking of some yesterday that you can sign up, like, for example, these online entertainment sites that do the movies and everything. They're per month. They don't have a 12-month minimum or an 18-month and then it goes up. It's just that one price. And gas and electric, same sort of thing. Yes, you pay monthly direct debits, but and it might fluctuate a bit depending on usage. But there's none of these special deals, and it's going to run out, so you don't have to worry. And when you with that frame set, um, you kind of wouldn't expect it to be happening with your broadband connection and things. So people that are used to that normal monthly thing where there's no time out of something happening, they are going to be caught out. I know people that have, and it's been maybe 4, 5, 6 months that they've noticed, and they've been paying the top whack. Um, the funny thing is, with the company I was with, because I had the great deal, there wasn't any loyalty scheme offer for me to keep me to stay. Yet the people that I say, the organisation or business that I was with prior, I know I was with them for 3 years, and every time them deals run out and I notice it go up, I phone them up and say, oh, it's going up, and they then sort of relook at how they can then offer me some sort of whatever's going at the time, and they keep me going. But this particular company didn't really care. They just let the price up, and no notifications whatsoever.
So finally, then, Wayne, I mean, do you think maybe as a loyal customer, you're almost penalised sometimes for staying with the company for a long period of time, whereas the new customers, I suppose, seem to, they're trying to entice them in with a new deal or whatever, which is fair enough. But the people who've been with the company for quite some time don't seem to get a look in sometimes.
Well, I mean, that might vary on what sort of packages the person's purchased in the past and how that they've credited that particular company. So, for example, being with Sky and their TV and everything, if I had the Sky movies and then was contributing a lot more, they may have had some sort of calculator to work out what they could have in the future. But either way, that company isn't getting any more from me at all because I wasn't willing to go more than the sort of set price I had in mind and what I was paying before. So I'm basically leaving. But I don't know whether they're penalised or not. But they're not. There's no encouragement for some of them to stay. They're just going to up the price, and maybe they're hoping that people might carry on with that while they then look around for something else, which takes time. So the thing is to get your notice in of going to end as soon as possible. I've had an email since saying, sorry to see you go. If you change your mind, give us a call. But there's no point in me giving them a call because I know that wasn't anything they could do on a sort of new offer type issue. Even though there's one advertised currently on the TV, which I would quite happily accept, but they can't offer that to me. That's only to new customers.
Listen, Wayne, thanks very much. That's just about everything, all the questions I have for you. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Sure. You're welcome.
Great stuff. I'll send you a tweet just to let you know when we're hoping to transmit the piece, but it'll be Friday of next week is the plan, but I'll keep you up to date anyway.
Okay then, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Wayne. All the best.
All the best to you then. Thank you.